Welcome to the final game of the college baseball season. Tonight, a national champion will be crowned. It's LSU and Texas. One game for the title, and another chapter in the storied history of the College World Series. The final images of Omaha 2009 will be recorded in the next few hours, becoming classic memories that we will savor forever. ESPN's coverage of the College World Series is presented by Capital One. We are down to one game between two legendary programs, LSU and Texas, with the winner taking the national championship of college baseball for 2009. Good evening, everybody. Mike Patrick, Oral Hershiser, Robin Ventura. It's great to have you with us. LSU rolled the dice last night. They held their ace for Game 3 if necessary. As it turns out, it's very necessary.
Yeah, LSU has a pitcher on the mound with College World Series experience. Paul Maneri chose Anthony Renato to pitch a mop-up inning last year in an elimination game. After the game was over, he said, that inning was to get you ready. You will start Game 1 of next year's College World Series for us. Well, not only did he start Game 1 here this year, he's starting their last game for the national championship, and Anthony Renato wanted the ball today.
Texas grabbed the momentum last night with a great pitching performance, and Robin, they're going to need another one tonight.
Well, they're going to need another one tonight, but this is the number one pitching staff in the country. Tonight they're rolling out their number 3 starter, Cole Green. Big, strong kid, sinker, slider, 88 to 92. Really, for the pressure situation, Augie Garrido was asked if he could handle this, if the pressure would be too daunting. He said he had a life-threatening accident when he was 14, so this is not going to be a problem for Cole Green.
Somebody always jumps from the shadows into the spotlight here in Omaha. One of those players this year, Russell Moldenauer. With more on that, here's Aaron Andrews.
Mike, thanks so much. Well, Russell, you just told me a frustrating year for you. You actually come to Omaha without any home runs. But here at the College World Series, 6 hits, 4 home runs for you. What's been the biggest difference?
I think the biggest difference is just being relaxed. We play at a big ball field and big environment all the time, so it's nothing new. So we're pretty much used to a lot of fans, and we've just been able to stay relaxed.
This team, known for their dramatic comebacks here in the College World Series so far this year. What's the vibe of the team right now as you get set to play Game 3?
The vibe is like yesterday, relaxed, playing games in the locker room back here, some hat toss game that a few guys invented, and just staying relaxed, chill, and just ready to play baseball like we have since we were 8 years old.
All right, well, thanks so much. Good luck to you today. Mike, let's send it back to you.
Thank you, Aaron. Will Augie Garrido add to his legendary resume with a 3rd national title at Texas? Or will Paul Maneri lead his team to the mountaintop for his first title and the school's first since 2000? Fastball hit to right, down the line, and deep. And Keys fighting the sun and the wind out there makes the catch in foul territory.
Well, it's interesting to play right field when the sun is out here in Omaha. You have to battle the sun, and the wind has been swirling today. We had a storm system go through that has had it blowing one direction during BP, another direction during outfield practice, and now a new direction, kind of a little bit going to left center. And the shadows are out also because of that sun.
That wall in foul territory comes right at the foul line. So outfielders have to be very concerned about that. Here's Ryan Schimpf, 5th round pick in the draft this year, 336 on the season, 350 here. They have hitters up and down this LSU lineup for Cole Green to navigate. Breaking ball in for a called strike.
Well, as we saw earlier, this 6 o'clock start time, you're always going to mess with the shadows. Just nasty shadows for a hitter. You're just wanting to get through the first 3 innings. Hopefully the sun goes down.
1-2 to Schimpf, and he backs out. Struck him out. They'll have to throw him out as the pitch not handled by Cameron Rupp, and they do throw him out. Texas 8th in the country in fielding percentage. Defensively, they've got Clark in left, Rowe and Keys. Torres, Lloyd, Tucker, and Belt. Lloyd misplayed a couple of ground balls last night, and Rupp behind the plate. Blake Dean. I'd like to get him going a little more. 6 for 19 here at the College World Series. That one hit him on his foot. And now they're going to call him back. Home plate umpire Perry Costello says, no, don't think so. And Paul Mainieri out to argue.
I think he's going to try and ask for some help. At least, you know, we've seen that in this tournament, that the umpires will get together and see if it hit him. It's going to be hard to see from the first base or third base because of the shadows. Not only does it affect the hitters, but it affects the umpires.
This used to be the old shoe polish play. You could just look for the mark on the ball, but nobody polishes shoes anymore.
No, they have the clear stuff now, but
somebody saw it.
Somebody's got some good eyes.
Yes, they do.
Well, the hitter's reaction, the hitters sell this so much, especially the foul ball off the foot and being hit by a pitch. And yeah, right on the top of the shoe. You got to polish your shoelaces to show that one on the ball, though.
Now, we get the benefit of the replay, but the umpires came together. Somebody saw it, and they award Blake Dean first base.
Well, I think that's the way you should do it. You know, get together. If somebody has an idea, somebody had a clear shot at it, you know, help each other out, and that's just great communication right there.
Ochinko moved up in the lineup and singles to left field. Only 3 out of 14 here in Omaha. They move him up. He gets a pitch to hit and hits it.
Well, if you've been watching hitters go up there with his shadows, you know he's throwing sliders, and it's, you know, early in the game with the shadows. Don't wait around to get the 2 strikes. Go ahead and get through it. Get something that you like. Take a rip at it.
The dangerous Jared Mitchell will stand in with 2 on and 2 out. Mitchell also moved up in the lineup.
Mitchell, a 2-sport star, already has a national championship ring from the 2007 football team at LSU, but he is a first-round draft pick in baseball.
Kid finally got some quality reps in the spring because he was taken from the football team. Les Miles gave his permission to Paul Mainieri. He said this is where this young man's future lies, on the diamond and not a football field. And he's shown us why in this series. Remember, with LSU's slow start, the fans were taken out of it. They haven't been taken out of it tonight, have they?
No, last night we had that big rain delay. They used up a lot of their energy early, but they got it tonight.
2-0 to Mitchell.
That was
in there for a call. Trey had a lot of run on it.
Interesting listening to Les Miles, LSU football coaches here, witnessing the game, how impressed he was with the LSU fans, and they stayed out through the hour and 30-minute torrential rainstorm we had, and maybe that did wear them out, guys. They were really loud during that hour and a half.
Well, he's used to about 90,000 in Baton Rouge on a Saturday night. So it takes something to impress him.
He doesn't even have his headset on. He's making some play calls.
Mitchell fouls this out of play. 2-2.
Well, LSU's offense has scored throughout this College World Series. But in the College World Series finals, the first 2 games, 7 of 8 of their runs have been scored with 2 outs. So they are looking to build innings and finish them off. But this is a key situation for them because this is where they've scored against Texas.
Well, the contrary stat to that, last night 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. in the air to deep right, a 3-run bomb. Holy cow. Is this kid something? The second home run for Jared Mitchell at the College World Series.
Well, he's a first rounder by the Chicago White Sox, and Kenny Williams is liking this right here. And Les Miles absolutely loved it. Stay fair, or get the field goal through the goalpost.
That was more than a field goal. That was a 90-yard touchdown.
Well, I chose field goal because it was a three-pointer.
Mitchell gives LSU a big lead, 3-0. All of this started with a hit batter with 2 outs. Chop toward third. Torres cuts it off and throws him out. But Jared Mitchell has given LSU the early lead with a no-doubt 3-run home run in the top of the first.
If something happened to you, what would happen to them? Their home, their education, their future. You need life insurance, and chances are SelectQuote can help you get it for less than $1 a day.
SelectQuote found Jacob 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Our secret? At SelectQuote, we aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find you the company with the best rates.
We found Gary, 35, a $1 million policy for only $22 a month.
Why pay more? Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
Call 1-800-711-3048 or go to SelectQuote.com now and get the insurance your family needs.
At a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Are you stuck with a low credit score, causing you to be denied credit? Then do what Terrence did, and all it takes is one call to get started.
My score wasn't where I needed it to be. I called and spoke with one of the representatives, and we just had a good conversation, and I liked what he was saying.
Don't let a low credit score hold you back.
I'm seeing the deletions, and I'm getting the report, so I know something's being done.
And make the call for your free credit evaluation.
Call 1-800-835-0575. That's 1-800-835-0575.
Welcome in. It is SEC for Now, homebound edition.
I've been caught in the pantry again.
Peter Burns, hanging out with my dog here in the home office.
It's time for a little quarantine talk. Nikki McRae-Penson, the newest head coach at Mississippi State.
I feel you, girl.
Your favorite Saturday selection was?
Albert Okwebunam.
Let's go!
Broncos.
And Augie Garrido this morning went out of his way to praise the entire defense of LSU, but particularly Helenihi at third and Nola at short.
You saw Travis Tucker square to bunt. Texas led the nation in sacrifice bunts this year.
And Tucker had 9 of them. Pops it up. And Gibbs gave it a great try but couldn't get there.
That's the absolute hardest pop-up for a catcher to catch.
Yeah, I mean, any pop-up around the batter's box, a catcher's got to look up. He's got to try and find it. He's got to run with gear. You know, nearly impossible to get that one, you know, to get out of the way of the umpire. Very tough to get after.
Because he's ready to go forward and pounce on something. 0-2 to Tucker. Called strike 3. Well, Renato didn't mess around. No waste pitch, no nothing.
Anthony Renato, 6'7", drives this ball downhill Just like we saw Taylor Youngman last night. Two very tall starting pitchers. One a sophomore tonight and a freshman who came through for Texas last night.
1 on, 1 out for Brandon Belt. He's driven in 3 here in Omaha. Breaking pitch just missed.
Well, one of the things I really like about the Texas offense is they just find ways to score. You know, you don't have to get all 3 back right now. Get some guys on, move them around, put some pressure on, but you don't have to get all 3 back right now.
Belt with that closed stance. Home is Lufkin, Texas. And those 8 home runs, that's the best on this ball club. They played a huge home field. Don't hit a lot of home runs. They've shown their power out here, though. During the season, they became labeled as a small ball team because they only hit 18% of their runs via the home run. 5 games to the College World Series, almost half of the runs produced by the long ball. But 12 of their 13 homers have been solo. Straightaway center field. Matuk. 2 gone. Power Alley's here, 375. You see the Dish Falk Field is bigger, and in 40 games they hit only 18 home runs. They've hit nearly as many in 5 games here. But the hitting conditions, as Robin pointed out the last couple of nights, are also better here.
Oh, absolutely. Well, at Dish Falk, it blows in. So, I mean, as a hitter, you're crushed going to the plate thinking, man, even if I hit one good, I'm not going to get anything out of it. So this is just, this is excitement when you come here.
You know, Mike, Augie Garrido has really allowed his team to use their skills to their ability. I mean, Russell Moldenhauer has really broken out. No home runs, 4 here at the College World Series. They've won games by walk-off walks. They've won games with their gloves. They've won games with outstanding pitching like Taylor Youngman last night. And Augie continues to adjust. You talk to him about his offense. He says, well, offense starts over every inning. You know, you only get 3 outs. So you play according to what's happening that inning. And he likes the sacrifice bunt. I don't think he ever read Moneyball as far as giving up outs. But Augie teaches the young men and gives them the flexibility to play the game of baseball, not just play one style.
That's a good point. Moldenhauer has shown his power out here. 4 home runs after not hitting 1 during the regular season. Sitting 375.
LSU.
Nice when you can bring your own equipment.
He's a big LSU fan.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Was that the fan on the left or the fan on the right?
I don't know. You can pick.
2-0 to Moldenhauer. Fastball at the knees.
I think the other thing Augie does that is great with his offense is what you're talking about. He lets the game go out there, but you never know what he's going to do, and it's tough to manage against him sometimes to bring guys in because you never know what he's going to do.
Sometimes Augie is a man of few words. We asked him on the phone this morning, how you doing? He says, happy. Gibbs corrals that one. Moldenhauer hitting 375 here at the College World Series. A double, 4 home runs, 4 driven in. Just a pleasant surprise for the Longhorns. He has raised his season's average to 263, and he just looks like a hitter, like a guy who can drive it.
Very polished. Got a little bit of an uppercut working here because he's had such good results with it.
Chopped, and that will get through. Torres is going to have to hold up because he had to wait for the ball to get by him. Well, Moldenhauer with yet another base hit. 7 for 17 in Omaha.
Well, one of the things with an uppercut swing, if you have to hit it on the ground, you're going to get a tremendous amount of top spin. And you can see right here, Moldenhauer hits it, top spin, takes that extra hop and gets by LeMahieu at second base.
Torres did a really good job, you can see on the replay, of screening Ochenko. Cameron Rupp, the catcher, stands in. He has the most power on this club with 11 home runs. Well, and you know what's going through Rupp's mind? 3-run homer, top of the first. How about my own right here? We're starting over.
Exactly.
I think that might be going through Renato's mind too.
It might be. It should be. Rupp, one of the heroes against Arizona State when he hit a home run in the ninth to tie it up. They looked like they were beaten by Arizona State. Had 2 solo home runs in the ninth to win it. And he has been on fire the entire postseason. Two balls and a strike to Cameron Rupp. 2 on and 2 out for the Longhorns, bottom of the first. Missed with a fastball. Well, the pitchers are going to have to put it in there. That's a small strike zone.
It's a fastball away. It looks like it's the right height, but maybe just a little bit outside. Anthony Renato has been pounding the strike zone. He's now thrown 18 pitches, 11 for strikes, 7 balls, but the one pitch he can throw for strike is a fastball. The breaking ball is not there yet, so he's backed into a count where it's going to be a number 1.
3 balls and a strike, and he walked him. Lobbing that pitch aside, that strike zone is more for a hitter than it is for an Oral Hershiser.
Oh, absolutely. As a hitter, you got to zero in and pick a spot that you want that ball to go through. Almost pick a window out in front of the plate. Make the pitcher throw that in there. If the strike zone is going to shrink up, you don't have to start chasing stuff. Make him throw it through the window that you want, especially with bases loaded.
Baseball, always a game of adjustments. The first couple of hitters will come back and say it's a really tight zone. You know, you don't have to chase. And this is Keys, another big, powerful kid. 6'4", 225, a homegrown product out of Boston. 6 hits, including a home run here in Omaha. Texas trying to rally here in the bottom of the first after falling behind 3-0. Cameron Rupp makes it bases loaded. Torres at third, Moldenhauer at second. Rupp with the walk over at first after 2 singles.
You'd have to say so far the hitters are loose and letting it go, and the pitchers are trying to find their rhythm with a little nerves.
Couldn't catch up to a fastball, 1-1.
And I always thought it was harder as a hitter to pick up the fastball in these shadows than it was for a curveball, because sometimes when you see it out of a guy's hand, you give up on it right away, and you don't have to chase. You know, fastballs are tough to pick up, especially with these shadows, because you lose it halfway there.
Something you don't see in Major League Baseball, a conference with the manager or the head coach as Keys is called over.
I think that was completely about we don't need a grand slam right here. He was swinging out of his shoes. Augie's looking for him to calm down and just be the normal hitter that he is. Take the ball to right field, look for a base hit.
There have been 3 grand slams for Texas with the bases loaded. They are hitting .368 this season. That one's fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kevin Keys. Big moment early in this game. A lot of people already on their feet here at Rosenblatt.
Well, interesting to see the step off right there. Are they trying to get to the curveball, or does he want to stay with the number 1 pitch that he's had this inning?
Up and in, struck him out. Keys chased the ball way out of the strike zone, and they leave the bases loaded.
A tasty duet of 2 treats in one.
Don't you worry, cause we got a ton for you. It's true. Cream soda and Dr. Pepper.
New Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Delicious duet.
Tyler, with Grammarly's help, is trying to impress his boss. After that time he told her,
I'm a suppository of information.
This time, Tyler will find the right words that connect best with Anita. Grammarly, helping you connect. Go to Grammarly.com to download.
Now streaming on Disney Plus. Let me show you the legend of Artemis Fowl.
It's real.
You're invited. Your father will protect mankind from the dangers of another world. To go beyond the legend and into a new world.
You think I'm ready?
I know you're ready, son. Artemis Fowl, rated PG. Now streaming on Disney Plus.
Just located. Original U.S. government Morgan silver dollar. Bulletin, 9:45 a.m. New York. National Collectors Mint releases 2,988 of the last surviving United States minted Morgan silver dollars still in existence. Each coin is 99 to 142 years old. All are guaranteed to be in brilliant uncirculated to fine condition. Each contains over 3/4 of an ounce of pure silver. Will massively increased silver demand in China and India drive the price to $50 again or even higher? Purchases of silver coins and bars are up over 400%, but you can still get the same quality Morgans for our lowest TV price ever. Just $19.90 each. Strict limit of 5 coins per caller. Money back guarantee. Don't miss out. Call now.
To order, call 1-800-409-3989. That's 1-800-409-3989. Strict limit of 5 coins per caller. Call 1-800-409-3989 or log on to realmorgans.com.
LSU leading 3-0. Texas had a chance, bottom of the first, but left the bases full as Renato worked out of a jam. And Kevin Keys was the victim.
I think we just saw a very emotional swing and an emotional at bat.
She split her loyalties. Hat and a shirt, different. Can't lose, can you?
Yeah, she wins no matter what.
Will this be the first for Paul Mainieri? He comes in here as the favorite. He has built an incredibly good ball club. They've won more games than anybody else in the country. They won game 1, but Texas showed all the heart it had in game 2, and they have tied it at 1. And Mikey, or Conroe, check it, Mikey Gibbs leads it off with a base hit. Travis Tucker couldn't quite corral it.
Well, again, you've already seen what Cole Green's been featuring to everybody else. You're just trying to get yourself a pitch that you can get a good swing on with the shadows the way they are. Get the first fastball, take a swing at it. And that's a good sign for LSU. You get Mikey Gibbs, guys were moved around in the order, and there's some guys coming through early.
Ball really fooled Tucker at second base.
It could have knuckled at him. It's one of those that come in out of the shadows you don't get a good read on.
Because he was headed toward the second base bag, and it ended up going the other way. Chopped down to third.
On the tag!
Throw to first. Got it. Good tag by Brandon Belt on the wide throw from Torres.
Little hit and run Paul Mainieri put on. So this ground ball chopper, there was no chance at second. He was already standing on the base watching this throw. You see that in the screen. Brandon Belt did a nice job coming back for it. He could have stretched out and probably kept his foot on the bag, but he decided to do both. See, he pulled himself off, and boy, that was very close. As a base runner, you're told to read that first baseman, and when they do that, you start to veer towards the inside, and you might even be able to duck out of the way of a tag, but you can't treat all those ground balls as routine when you get down there around the bag.
That may be the hardest thing in the world for a base runner. I mean, you're going full tilt. You're, 2 steps away when you see the guy move, and you need some time to react to it. Austin Nola, foul outside.
Well, if you're running the first, you have to be very slow to be able to react in any manner like that. Guys that are fast just want them to go straight ahead. If you're slow, you could dodge them.
Catchers can make any number of moves. And you saw the work down in the Texas bullpen. This is a game where nothing is going to be left to chance. Everybody's available no matter what. If guys pitched last night, they come in throw underhand.
You said nothing's left to chance. It could be Chance Ruffin, game 1 starter that gets in there sooner or later.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Austin Nola, the freshman shortstop.
Well, I think you're right. I think everybody for both teams, maybe except for Taylor Youngman.
That's about it.
I mean, everybody else has got to be active.
Austin Ross, the starter for LSU yesterday, probably didn't go far enough to not be available today.
Breaking pitch in the air. Keys got turned around, now straightens himself up, and short of the warning track makes the catch. Youngman, who was so brilliant last night, the Longhorns indicated early in the ballgame he looked like he could go 9. We were a little skeptical, but sure enough, he went a brilliant 9.
Career high 126 pitches, at least for this year. The highest he had gone is 124. He threw the ball downhill. He threw all 4 of his pitches, high quality. Pitched around 3 errors.
LeMahieu, who fouled out to right his first time up to lead off the game, hits this one foul down the right field line. Youngman with a masterpiece last night that kept the Longhorns in the finals of the College World Series as he guided them to the victory and tied this series at 1.
I think, we were talking about stretching him out to 9. You probably could have stretched him out to about 15 if he wanted to. That's just how dominant he was.
No, Augie only does that with his closer.
Oh.
That would have been Austin Wood who did something like that earlier in the year.
Yeah, 13 innings in relief in that 25-inning game. But 126 pitches allowed, only 5 hits and 2 walks. More strikeouts than base runners combined. Somebody is always going to be ready, I think. One and one to LeMahieu. Fouled off of his leg.
DJ LeMahieu, drafted by the Chicago Cubs, has been in the middle of all the Tiger rallies. 6'4", now playing second base. Used to play shortstop, but as he goes to the big leagues with that body, he might end up at third base. That body fills out. Maybe a little bigger than you, Robin.
Up the middle. Grab behind second base by Tucker, but he didn't have a play. Made the throw anyhow, but he wasn't going to get LeMahieu. That ball just floated out behind second. Took a lot of time to come down. Tucker grabbed it and barehanded it.
It's a great play by Tucker. This ball is hit off the end of the bat. Flares, comes back to him, but he barehands it to give himself even a chance to get LeMahieu. Just a great job there of keeping it in front of him. He knows he's not going to be able to keep it in front of him.
Gibbs advances to third, so first and third with 2 men out here in the second inning, and they want to come out and talk to Cole Green. Cole Green has only thrown 28 pitches here. 2 outs in the second inning. Remember, Texas doesn't have a bullpen that's loaded with left-handers either.
The LSU team is 37-4 when they face a right-handed starter. Now, one of those losses was last night to Taylor Youngman. But when they have only gotten 1 run in the game this year, the 3 other times that it happened, they came back with 22, 18, and 9 the next game.
Well, there's one of their lefties, Austin Wood, the closer. We've seen him stretched out to 3 innings. Could probably go more in a pinch.
Well, I know some of those numbers are coming back after you only score 1 run. I'm not sure that all those teams that they came against were these kind of pitchers, these quality of pitchers.
Schimpf foul down the right field line.
Well, that's for a fact they weren't this quality, because you're talking about the #1 pitching staff in the country, and that's why we have this classic battle of great pitching against great power hitting here.
And sometimes they'll make a mistake, but tonight Texas, Augie Garrido is going to roll out 5 of the best arms in the country, and that's there's a lot to be said for that, for this game going on.
Schimpf with runners at first and third. Boy, is it loud in here. Missed with a fastball.
With LSU jumping out 3-0, this is starting to feel like an LSU home game. I mean, Cole Green's got to feel like he's pitching on the road, not at a neutral site.
If nothing, they're enthusiastic, that's for sure. They can cheer and they can cook.
And Paul Mainieri is hoping that they have a reputation for playing baseball this year with a national title.
For one of the Longhorns, you got to be thinking, come on, guys, give us something.
Yeah, I think it's important right here. Cole Green doesn't give in. He still has a base open. He's giving up some runs, but don't just give in just to throw a strike. Try and make those quality pitches.
LSU has been really, really good with 2 out. Up the middle and through for a base hit. They're good again. An RBI single for Schimpf, and it's 4-0.
Well, they're hitting it hard, and they're putting it in play, and they're hitting it in the air, and they're hitting it on the ground hard, and they're finding some holes. 11 out of 12 runs in the championship series now by LSU have been scored with 2 outs.
Gibbs goes to third for Blake Dean, who started the rally in the first inning when he was hit by a pitch. With runners in scoring position, 13 for 36. But 2 games against Texas, only 3 for 21. Tonight, however, 3 for 4, and all 4 runs have scored with base hits with runners in scoring position. In the air, should be easy for Tucker, and it is. The inning is over, but LSU adds to its total. The Tigers on top, 4-0 over the Longhorns of Texas.
Even if we don't meet in person, Regions is still here for you. We make it easier to bank from almost anywhere with mobile and online banking. Our tools and tech put you in control, so you can deposit checks, pay bills, check balances, and transfer money, no matter where you are. Learn more at regions.com/tools.
If something happened to you, what would happen to them? Their home, their education, their future. You need life insurance, and chances are SelectQuote can help you get it for less than $1 a day.
SelectQuote found Jacob 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Our secret? At SelectQuote, we aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find you the company with the best rates.
We found Gary, 35, a $1 million policy for only $22 a month.
Why pay more? Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
Call 1-800-711-3048 or go to selectquote.com now and get the insurance your family needs.
At a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Now time for our Coke Zero game track. Mitchell, the big blow of the ball game. The left-hander had a 3-run homer. Texas is stranded 4 against Anthony Renato, who has gone 2 innings and not allowed any runs and 3 hits so far. He has yet to be able to get his breaking ball over, but so far it hasn't hurt him.
When posted to a 4-0 lead, his record is 4-0. When given a 4-run lead, his record is 7-0. Right now, LSU statistically is in very good shape.
Two, 3, 4 in the order coming up. Tucker, Belton, Moldenauer. Renato misses with a fastball. Tucker, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Still hitting 381 in the series. Takes that fastball for a called strike. 1-1. Line drive, fair into the left field corner. Schimpf over in a hurry. Has trouble digging it out though, and a stand-up double for Travis Tucker.
Well, as the shadows start to disappear and you're able to see the ball, you're able to get better swings on the pitcher. This is just a fastball that he's been getting people out with. And Travis Tucker stays on it, puts the barrel on it, pulls his hands through, gets that ball down the left field line for a double. And it can't be cut off, which makes it easier to get to second base. But, you know, a nice job of turning that fastball around by Travis Tucker.
Brandon Belt. Young man hitting .328. That's the best on the ball club. Renato working on 8 scoreless innings right now. Belt second on this team in home runs with 8, has 43 driven in, has driven in 3 here in Omaha. Moldenauer, he of the solo home run fame out here, is on deck.
Well, I know we heard those numbers of 4-0 after 4-run leads, 7-0. If you're in the Texas dugout, there's got to be a first time for everything. I mean, that's really the idea going to the plate is the numbers are daunting, but there's got to be a first time of a comeback and first time for everything, and Augie's the guy that can make you believe it.
Well, think about last night. They're down to LSU, a team that's favored. They come out and hit all those, they'd hit all those bombs the night before and still lost.
Yeah, and the Arizona State game was probably the most amazing thing to me. You got 6-0 lead with one of the top pitchers in the country, and you come back and drop 10 unanswered.
Mike Leake, a guy who had been drafted in the first round.
He was 16-1 at the time.
3-2 as Belt took a fastball, and Renato wanted that one.
Said borderline low pitches you get a lot more of than borderline high pitches.
I also think Brandon Belt being tall, it also changes the strike zone for the umpire.
Missed. Well, we were showing 3-2, obviously, and it was.
Now that's when you're locked in.
Yeah. Go ahead, take your base. I said take your base.
Push you down to first base.
When the home plate umpire says, "Son, you can stand here all night. Nothing's going to change." Yeah. It was ball 4. Moldenauer, 4 home runs on the year, all in Omaha. He has driven in 4 of his 14 runs here. Got a chance to get Texas back in the ballgame. 2 runners on, nobody out, squares to bunt. That is Texas baseball this year. Everybody on this team is bunt. He has had 3 successful sacrifices himself.
You have to watch out if that wasn't a bait to get a fastball right down the middle. I would still try and throw a quality pitch here, not assume he's bunting.
On the corner for a called strike, and that would qualify as a quality pitch.
And you never know, because Augie says he would have bunted Babe Ruth in the right situation.
Did he check his swing? He did. I think you might have had to call timeout and get the Babe over to the dugout and let him know what you were planning to do, because he wouldn't be looking down to third base for the bunt sign.
Yeah, I don't think he would have been looking over there. He probably wouldn't have been very quiet about it. Just on the stories that I've heard.
Yeah. Got an object on the field out and left, and it's being retrieved by Schimpf.
Yeah, Robin, I think at third base right now, I show bunt defense and then I move back during the pitch. I know you used to do that for me.
Well, you can. It's hard sometimes to do it because then you're out of rhythm as an infielder.
2-1 to Moldenauer. Fastball. He lines it to left center field, but caught by Matuk. He just outran that ball, and it was slicing away from him. Heck of a play by Mikey Matuk.
Mikey Matuk got off on this ball very, very well, but the beginning of the route wasn't correct. He read it as being in front of him, so then he had to veer back and a last-minute stab. But his first break was quick, but the wrong angle, and he changed his angle and was able to reach out and stab it. He just outran the ball.
That's a 2-run double that he stole from Moldenauer and the Longhorns. He's made a couple of beautiful plays in center field. Runners both go, and they were really ignored by Renato. Travis Tucker took off for third. He must have had 6 steps, and Renato's still holding the ball.
Yeah, obviously Travis Tucker is timed Anthony Renato going to home plate with the looks. He's got a pretty good rhythm of what he's doing, and he takes off, and really no chance for Gibbs. That was just stolen right off of the rhythm of the pitcher.
Now a single would get 2 home if Cameron Rupp can come through. Still only 1 out. Rupp walked his first time up. And one of their better hitters here in Omaha, 353, including 3 homers, and he's driven in 5. Breaking pitch towards short. They'll go for the out at first and get it. Produces a run. Tucker scores, and it's 4-1. Texas on the board.
Augie Garrido caught Anthony Renato taking a sigh of relief on that first pitch. And he put his runners in motion, and that picked up that run. Anthony was on his heels with a fastball hit by Moldenhauer that should have been a double. Was saved by his outfielder, but fell asleep for a pitch.
Keys chases another high fastball. That's what they got him on earlier in his first at bat. Belt at third with 2 outs, 1-1 count to Kevin Keys. Laid off of that one. It's only the first run Renato allowed, and he was the one who allowed the runner to go to third, so he could score on the ground out. Just high, 3-1.
Now, throughout this College World Series, Kevin Keys has been a low ball hitter. Anthony Renato's mistakes with his fastball have been up. Really a good equation for LSU. Keys' little practice swing is always down in the low, below the knee area, right where he likes it, where his home run was hit.
Renato, 91, a fastball right down the pipe. Keys doesn't strike out that much, only 31 times all season long. That's foul.
Well, Keys is finally shortening up his swing. Earlier, his first at bat, he had bases loaded, and Augie was a little upset with the way he was swinging, trying to come out of his shoes and hit a 5-run homer. And right now, with 2 strikes, you just want to shorten up, put it in play, get a good at bat.
All they need is a base hit to produce another run. This one in the air. Ochenko by the tarp and just couldn't quite get there. Good effort by the first baseman, Sean Ochenko. And with the wind blowing toward left, he almost had a play on it.
Anytime you get a pop-up and you get messed up with the tarp, sometimes the ball will drift on you and you get stuck on that tarp. It doesn't slide very well. So once you get over there and you make contact with it, you can't slide down the tarp. So when the ball carries, you have no chance to jump or do anything to try and get it.
3-2 to Keys. Texas already has a run home here in the third and a runner at third with 2 out. Another fastball fouled back, and he's certainly making Renato work. Renato with 58 pitches so far. We're only in the third inning. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat. Low fastball and lost him. Conroe takes one for a ball. Renato trying to get out of a jam. Misses low.
That was Anthony Renato's 61st pitch, and he threw 77 against Arkansas. They were a little worried about him in the heat. They could have brought him back yesterday, 3 days rest, but decided to go that extra day with the heat and the full rest and having him for this Game 3 finale.
This is virtually nothing but fastballs.
His release point has not been very good on his curveball. He's either pulled it into the left-hand batter's box or hung it down the middle of the plate. The umpire hasn't given him much room for error on the breaking ball. He's thrown some maybe at the top of the strike zone he thought he could have got for strikes. But he needs to find both pitches to have easier innings.
3-0, and Conroe takes ball 4. They are loaded.
Well, you see the pitches by inning. In the first inning, he was setting the table, and that's why there's 23 there. He had a pretty good breaking ball and good location in the second inning, and here, again, the breaking ball not with him, and the fastball command has left him.
Back-to-back walks. 3 in the inning. The first one is already scored. That was Travis Tucker to lead off.
I'm a little bit surprised.
Excuse me, it was Brandon Belt who followed Tucker.
I'm a little bit surprised that this visit wasn't in coordination with a little activity in the bullpen. Even though there's 2 outs, it's a 4-1 game. You're playing for the national championship. I'd have somebody throwing alongside him right now, so it's not a rush to get somebody in there and let this inning spiral out of control.
I think you're right. You know, not only that, but even in the first inning, it was a similar type inning where they had him on the ropes, they had bases loaded. They didn't get anything out of it, but they keep getting him in these situations. Eventually, you're going to have to get somebody warmed up because a couple hits, you're in trouble. You're not going to be able to get somebody in, like Oral said.
There's not a soul down there. And Preston Clark will come up with the sacks loaded. Something in the gap, we could have a 4-4 ball game. Missed.
Now remember, Texas won a game with a walk-off walk, and they built the inning with a walk, a hit batter, and a walk. That's the kind of discipline Augie Garrido wants from his hitters that he didn't get from Kevin Keys in the first inning.
Preston Clark 0 for 1. Popped up his first time. There's a fastball right down the middle. Ball and a strike to Clark. The second time the Longhorns have had the bases loaded. The first time back in the first, they did not score. There's a hook in there.
He caught a little bit of a break on the width, I think.
That's the first time he's gotten a call at that part of the zone.
He got the height right, but this one looks a little wide. In a pretty tight zone, especially on the breaking ball.
Fastball high, 2-2. You have to think he wants to get him on this pitch. 3-2, you got the merry-go-round going, you got those extra steps. Fastball fouled out of play.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. The 2-2 pitch is the action pitch. He doesn't want to get to the 3-2 pitch and have the merry-go-round going. Your force outs at second and third are still available when you have a 2-2 pitch, action pitch. 3 and 2 with the runners going. Most of your outs are going to be at first base.
That was Les Miles, the football coach. He's come here to support the baseball program. 2 and 2 to Clark. Another fastball, another foul. Boy, some great at-bats by the Longhorn hitters.
Yeah, it's just the time right now where you really have to grind him out, foul off the tough pitches till he finally makes a mistake if he's going to. But you have to foul off those tough pitches on the black like that.
Renato has been out there a long time here in the third. Another foul ball. And the count holds it 2 and 2.
This particular instance is where I don't like the college game where they call the pitches from the bench. I think there is so much going on in that pitcher's mind right now and the feel in his hand. If he has the confidence to grip the curveball and throw it here, it's an out pitch if he can make the pitch. But if you have somebody else calling your pitches, you can't communicate what feels good and what you have your rhythm with now and where your confidence is. And I think pitchers need to grow so that in these biggest of big situations, they have a feel for what to do and how to do it.
Well, whatever he chooses, it will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat and the 37th of the inning. Breaking ball is high. Now the runners will get the jump.
You have a chance to get a swing and miss on a ball that's slightly up because of that high curveball miss, because it'll look like a curveball for a strike. He's going to throw fastball, I'll guarantee it.
High fastball popped up, but it'll get back here in the seats. Boy, you're right. He threw him a high fastball, and he went hacking after it.
It was a ball, but it was the right height because it was out of the curveball for a strike window. And the hitter's going to see that's the type of the strike zone. Oh, my gosh, that could be a strike if it's a curveball, and I've got to fight it off as a fastball.
There were reasons he was good, weren't there?
He thinks too much.
High fastball, walks in a run. What an at-bat by Preston Clark. A walk and an RBI. 3 straight bases on balls. Now action in the LSU bullpen.
So much about the 3 and 2 count is just giving the hitter something that looks like a strike at the beginning. And that ball had no chance in the hitter's eyes of being a strike.
Brandon Lloyd, the number 9 hitter, and Bertassini is up and warming in a hurry. Lloyd takes a fastball right down the middle. And Paul Maneri, after that 3rd walk in a row, okay, boys, get down there and heat up. Foul back out of play.
You notice the difference between this hitter and the last hitter? Renando's in the windup. He decided, I walked him in the stretch, I'll go to the windup. Forget it. Forget holding the runners close.
Needs to get this out, pitching to the number 9 man who he got to fly out to center. His first time up has him in an 0-2 hole. Texas has had the bases loaded twice. They've produced only 1 run, that coming in this inning on a walk. They had them loaded in the first and could not score. In a bases loaded situation, they've gotten only 1 out of this, although they scored earlier in the inning, and it's 4-2. Renato has already matched his season high with 5 walks. On the ground is short. Force at second base, and boy, Nola took a chance diving in there, glove first, to make sure he got there in front of the runner. Bases loaded, left stranded, 3 guys. Still a 2-run game.
We believe in good we can all afford. From coffee that opens more eyes to black business to 100 shades of beautiful.
If I could, maybe I'd give you my world. How can I when you won't take it from me? Go your own way, go your own way.
Your wireless, your rules. Only with Xfinity Mobile.
If Raising Cane's secret cane sauce was the end zone, no one would ever lose a game. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Go for the win this game day with Cane's. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of the New Orleans Saints. One love.
Still driving the old model, huh?
I've been looking, but I just need someone to tell me what a good price is.
Just use Auto Trader. It's the only one with Kelley Blue Book. It tells you if the price is good.
Capital One knows life doesn't update you about your credit card. So meet Eno, the Capital One assistant that looks out for charges that might surprise you and helps you fix them. What's in your wallet?
These are the people who make Gentleman Jack. Cultured. Refined. Just kidding. They're the same folks who make Old Number 7. They simply take the time to mellow it twice. Gentleman Jack, from the makers of Jack Daniels.
Paul Renato struggles. First couple innings, goes up 2 in the third, but looked better that last inning. From your standpoint, what was different during the fourth?
Well, he started pitching. You know, he used his curveball more, and he was throwing strikes. The inning before, when he threw 43 pitches, he was throwing mostly fastballs. And, you know, if we hadn't let him steal second and third there, we would have got a double play ball, would have got out of the inning. So that was my fault. I should have done an inside move there.
Now, little lineup change today. Mitchell moves up to the 5-hole. Ochinko back in there. Mitchell hits a 3-run home run back in the first inning. What prompted that change?
Kyle, I just feel like Texas is showing Dean so much respect. They're not giving him anything good to hit. I needed to get a couple of guys up there right behind him. And, you know, I know they got Wood in the bullpen, so I wanted to use Ochinko as a right-handed batter behind him, but then move Mitchell up too because he's been swinging so well.
That worked out pretty well.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Mike.
All right, thanks, Kyle. Pre-game, Paul Mainieri talking to Skip Bertman, and Skip, I think the greatest compliment he had after he retired as the baseball coach, he was named the athletic director of one of the most powerful institutions athletically in the country to oversee the football program, the basketball program, the great track program they have. That is an enormous compliment to a baseball coach.
Yeah, what a guy he is. I mean, I was fortunate. He was a pitching coach on the Olympic team in '88 when I played on that, and just a wonderful coach. What a tremendous job he did at LSU, but to also be an athletic director, obviously a special person.
Cameron Rupp will lead it off against Renato, but he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Rupp with a walk and grounded into a fielder's choice so far tonight. Breaking pitch fouled away. LSU continues to lead by 2, where we are in the Texas half of the 5th inning. Rupp, Keys, and Rowe, the scheduled hitters for the Longhorn. Ripped back through the middle, base hit. let's check in with Oral.
You know, Mike, Anthony Renato really made a good adjustment on his curveball. One of the things that he had to do was he had to stop on his motion swimming this glove out of the way. Your mind sometimes wants to take on the shape of the curveball, and what that does is when the glove moves out of the way, the arm gets long and the ball pops out. So to make the adjustment, you got to keep the glove in close and then actually throw the curveball over the front of your glove. Let's take a look at his good one and his bad one. The bad one, you watch the front side, it goes out really fast, and he throws it out the top half. That front side is the lever.
Back to live action. This ball crushed into left by Kevin Keys. Home run, and we are tied at 4. Holy cow, what a shot.
Well, we were talking earlier that he's a low ball hitter, and Anthony Renato puts that thing down in his hot zone, and Kevin Keys loves that ball down and knows what to do with it if it's down there.
Never got to the curveball in the sequence. That was just a fastball. It was hammered.
Every morning at 4:30, you hear the cooks hop on the floor. It's hard times in the mill, my love, hard times in the mill. Every morning right at 6, don't that old bell make you sick? Hard times in the mill, my love, hard times.
Everybody has a place to go. Everybody wants a place to be. When birds fly, they're swimming in the sky, while fish are swimming in the sea.
New Advil Dual Action with acetaminophen fights pain in 2 ways. Advil targets pain at the source, while acetaminophen blocks pain signals. The future of pain relief is here. New Advil Dual Action.
Duracell Optimum will be right where you need them. Today, tomorrow, the day after that, and the day after that, day after day. Packaging designed to make storage easier. Duracell Optimum.
Welcome back to Omaha. Now time for our Coke Zero game track. Well, it was 3-0, 4-0 LSU. Texas has chipped away 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and they have tied it at 4. Mitchell still with the big blow, a 3-run homer. Workman 3 innings, only 1 hit, but Keys, the big blow for Texas, a 2-run job in the fifth to tie it. And it looks like cramps for Keys. We have seen this before. Question is, how long can you keep them in the game once they start?
Well, Mikey Mott took one of the hot games, game 1. The center fielder for LSU took an IV in between innings to keep himself in a game. Maybe that is Kevin Keys' destiny in between these next innings.
I think you'd be worried that, a ball that's actually in play, that he would cramp up. And now if there's a ball in the right field corner and he goes down, you got a lot of issues. I think, obviously they're going to watch him closely.
Well, that's what happened to Matuk. Remember, he got spun around in center field. He cramped up, barely made the catch.
Yeah.
And once you go down, there's no getting back up to chase it.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. When you go down with a cramp, you're not getting up.
No. Here's Mitchell. He'll lead off to 6th for LSU. Breaking ball from Brandon Workman for a strike. I mean, you have to have good starting pitching out here. You have to have a good closer. But you've got to have a guy like Workman who comes in long relief, who can make the connection between those guys and who can give you those important innings, and he has done it.
And one of the things you worry about in the College World Series with these middle relief, long relief guys is how they're going to be affected by the pressure. A lot of times they're on your staff because they're not quite good enough to be a starter yet. They're not your closer, and borderline ability sometimes melts down under pressure. And we see that a lot at the College World Series, that soft underbelly of a pitching staff gets exposed not always by ability, but by the emotional ability they have to maintain it at this level.
Workman thought he had a strikeout on a backdoor breaking ball, and it was framed very well by Cameron Rupp, but they didn't get the call. Now it's 3-2 to Mitchell. If anybody on the LSU roster that they would want to have on base, it is this kid. And there is Les Miles, who said, yeah, I remember how fast he was. Backup wide receiver on a national championship football team.
Well, I think we have they had said it was 2-2, and Jared Mitchell asked if it was 3-2, and then
that's
they said
what we have.
Yeah, it's 3-2.
Workman to Mitchell, count 3-2, fastball fisted. And Rupp can't get there.
Well, he was featured a steady diet of curveballs earlier in the bat, and now at 3-2, he jams them, gets that ball inside, and the differential in speeds really jams you up as a hitter.
Another payoff pitch coming to Mitchell. Walked him. Guy's stolen 36 bases this year, and he can fly. Last two National Players of the Year with Hansborough 2 years ago.
Well, Jared Mitchell can run at first, and Mikey Matuk has been called on to do everything in this series. He's been called on to sacrifice, hit and run, swing away after a fake bunt because you think you're getting a fastball, and he hit it long. Paul Maneri put him through that in a tie game in Game 1 when he had a huge at-bat and got an emergency swing base hit on a 2-2 high fastball away. This guy hits for power, and Paul thinks he can do the small ball also.
Matuk has not had a successful sacrifice all year. This one gets away from the catcher, who was looking for the ball to be bunted. Cameron Rupp had to get away from him, and Mitchell able to motor into second base.
Well, I can't see this from where we're at, but sometimes the barrel gets in the eyes of the catcher, and it looked like he might have just been crossed up right there.
Do a little of both, too. The bat, maybe glancing to see if Mitchell is running at first and just loses concentration on the ball.
Well, I'll guarantee you one thing. No matter how hard the ball is hit, if it's a base hit, Mitchell will be waved around third. Wood is already up. So is DeSherry. Wood, the closer, the left-hander. Mitchell literally has world-class speed.
Yeah, you'd almost want to let your outfielders play back because you're not going to throw them out anyway.
No.
So you might as well save yourself an extra base hit.
If I'm Texas, I don't play to stop Mitchell from scoring this inning. I play this inning to only give up one run. You have a guy on second that can steal third. He also can get moved over. I am not going to lose this game by letting a 2 or a 3 spot or a 4 spot going up there by trying to save one run. I'm going to have a shot at the national championship. If LSU allows me to get a 0 up there, then they didn't execute.
Matuk is 0 for 2. Will he get his first sacrifice of the year? And both coaches playing some games now. What are you going to do? Fake the sacrifice? You're going to hit away? Or are you going to go ahead and sacrifice? There's Marianne. Hoping Mikey can execute this. Pulled the bat back again. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, if he's going to bunt this ball, he has to get it down the third baseline. Brandon Belt is right inside the pitcher when he releases this ball. He's going to have to put it down the third baseline and get Michael Torres to get it.
I would like to see him put it down anywhere, because I don't think you can get Jared Mitchell at third. I don't care how bad the bunt is, unless it's popped right in the catcher's mitt on one hop.
Well, that's the key here, is if he hits a ball that looks like a bunt, but it's more of a line drive, he can catch it, and Mitchell might get picked off second.
3-0. Fastball in there, 3-1. Strike 2. Matuk appeared to be taking all the way.
Philosophically divided. Bunting at the beginning, then taking at the end, and now you're down to one pitch as a hitter.
Matuk with that open stance, is not going to be real easy for him to try to hit the ball to the right side to advance the runner. Tried to go that way.
Yeah, he's had some at-bats in this series that have been unconventional. They've been odd at-bats, but he's grinded the whole time. That's the one thing that he's done up there, is he's still trying to get it over there. Not trying necessarily to get a base hit, just get it to the right side.
Fastball into the gap in right center field. Mitchell held up waiting to see if it was going to drop, but he's still going to score easily. And Matuk flying all the way, got into second base. LSU with the lead. Nice piece of hitting by Mikey Matuk.
And the more fastballs that you get to see, the better chance you have. You can see that he was on that last one, and he's still thinking about going the other way. And he gets that ball in the right center. If he was trying to pull that ball, he probably wouldn't have had that good a swing at it. And it looks like the family's pretty happy.
And so's Mikey. That'll do it for Workman. We'll check out the pitching change when we come back. LSU has regained
the lead. Even if we don't meet in person, Regions is still here for you. We make it easier to bank from almost anywhere with mobile and online banking. Our tools and tech put you in control, so you can deposit checks, pay bills, check balances, and transfer money, no matter where you are. Learn more at regions.com/tools.
My son needs this drug. I hope it doesn't cost too much. I hope my insurance pays for it. Can you tell me how much this will be?
$67.
Sorry.
Wait, have you heard about GoodRx? GoodRx finds free coupons to help you save up to 80% on your prescriptions.
Wow. I had no idea.
GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions.
ESPN is your source.
The games cease, but the business does not.
For the latest news.
He is available and he is free to be signed.
There's confidence that there is going to be baseball.
This is going to be a complicated scenario.
Expert analysis.
This hits home in ways that I'm not sure it has for other sports.
You've got your own story. All of you out there do.
That gives you hope that the games will resume.
And the best storytelling in sports.
It's satisfying as hell.
All week on ESPN.
Skip Bertman of LSU very happy that his school has pulled out a one-run lead here in the top of the sixth. Nobody out. They've got a rally going. And it is 5-4. The new pitcher, Austin DeSherry, out of Spring, Texas.
Austin's a hard-throwing righty that has a plus-plus changeup that has served him very well. He's the true setup man for the Texas Longhorns.
And right now they need somebody to shut down this rally, as LSU has already regained the lead. And with a runner at second base, nobody out. Workman with a great job out of the bullpen. Did everything you could ask. 3+ innings, only 2 hits. He is responsible for Gibbs down at second, or Montauk down at second, with Gibbs at the plate. Gibbs 1 for 2. Moved down to 7th in the order tonight. A move that really worked for Paul Maneri. Gibbs turns around to sacrifice. Good bunt will get the runner over to third. Throw is high, not in time. Pulled him off the bag.
He gets off the mound really well. It's a nice little bunt, just gets him over for a sacrifice. But Austin Sherry picks up 2 guys at first base, and he hesitates on his throw. He sees the second baseman behind, and Belt goes back. And I think he decells his throw, and that's why this is high. You see right about there, he goes, oh, who's there? Who am I throwing to? He picked up the second baseman down the line and Belt at the bag and didn't really commit to the throw.
So Gibbs with the sacrifice reaches on the throwing error by the pitcher, and Montauk advances to third. Now Helenihi, still nobody out. The infield back at second and short. Anything on the ground up the middle would produce a run.
Yeah, they're playing back for that double play. You still got to stop them. And like Earl said earlier, even right now, you'll give up the run to be able to get 2 outs. And with the defense that these guys have, you'd be able to turn this over if it's hit on the ground.
And Helenihi looking for anything that'll work. He is only 1 for 21 at the College World Series. That'll work. Helenihi drives one to the warning track for a sacrifice fly and gets a run home. Helenihi gets his first RBI, and for LSU, it couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah, you're looking for a ball up. Anytime there's a guy on third base or less than 2 outs, just get a ball up in the zone so you can elevate it into the outfield. Easy sac fly right there by Helenihi. Just a nice, that's just textbook hitting.
Montauk scores, and the lead is back to 2 for LSU. Austin Nola, the number 9 man. Tucker ranges wide to his left and throws him out. 2 gone in the inning as Gibbs advances. And now back to the top of the order for DJ LeMahieu. Well, it's been a great series between these 2 teams, and this has been a typical ball game. Back and forth and back and forth. LeMahieu at 6'4", doesn't look 193. That's a big second baseman there.
Yeah, this is the guy. I mean, we've watched a lot of games in this tournament, and this guy has really impressed all of us, I think, and I know it's impressed me. He has quality at bat after quality at bat, and that's the thing that strings together a good offense is guys like this.
This one gets away from the catcher, and it will get Gibbs into third base. A wild pitch will be charged to Austin DeSherry. And LeMahieu is aboard.
I think this is going to be about it. You're going to have these lefties coming up. I mean, there's no reason to save Austin Wood. You know he can go 13 if you need to.
Yeah, you already have that, don't you? DeSherry is gone. We will check on Austin Wood when we come back to the College World Series.
If I could, maybe I'd give you my world. How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way, go your own way.
Your wireless, your rules. Only with Xfinity Mobile.
If Raising Cane's secret cane sauce was the end zone, no one would ever lose a game. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Go for the win this game day with Cane's. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of the New Orleans Saints. One love.
Still driving the old model, huh?
I've been looking, but I just need someone to tell me what a good price is.
Just use Auto Trader. It's the only one with Kelley Blue Book. It tells you if the price is good.
With over 200 flavor notes to discover, every sip of Woodford Reserve Bourbon is a spectacle for the senses.
Jade is about to buy her first home. And with a verified approval from Rocket Mortgage, she has the strength to compete with cash offers. When you need an edge in the bidding war, Rocket can.
This young man wants the ball any day, any time, for any length.
Hometown Kingwood, Texas, and they're bringing him in now in the bottom of the 6th because you'll have Schimpf and Dean, the left-handed hitters. The next guy is scheduled to bat. He's got 2 out. Two aboard, and it's already a 2-run ball game. They can't afford to give up any more. Schimpf 1 for 3 tonight, and a very good series. The wind not much of a factor, but it is blowing out to left. Like the remnants of a beach ball that time. 2 on, 2 out for Schimpf here in the LSU 6th inning. And Wood misses with his first pitch. Crossfire lefty, really tough on left-hand hitter.
Yeah, this is the part where you really have to focus and try and take the ball the other way. You know, inside is too tough.
Misses again, 2-0.
You know, the way he crossfires like that, he actually reminds me of our old teammate Dennis Cook, who pitched at Texas. just that crossfire. He drops and drives, and it's just very difficult to pick up where his release point is.
Fastball popped up in the seats behind home plate.
And you watch him on the mound right now, and you might be at home going, why didn't they throw a breaking ball? You bring in a lefty against a lefty. Why is he throwing 3 fastballs? Well, he's got a man on first, and that hole's over there. So anything off speed, it's a higher percentage if it's hit on the ground. That man on first, they get an easy base hit. Trying to get him with the fastball away.
That was up and in, and it did hit him. Went outside, then came up and in.
Well, if it hit him, it probably just got a piece of the jersey. You can see right under there, nothing flush, but enough to get him first base.
And Paul Mainieri almost stepped into the batter's box.
He almost pinch hit for Blake Dean.
Yes, he did. Wanted to get his attention and couldn't.
Now again, this is something about the college game is you can have offensive timeouts and call your hitter over and talk to him. You normally don't see this in the big leagues, but you do see it here. And I think Augie Garrido does it, Paul Mainieri does it right here. Just get him in the right frame of mind, give him some confidence, let him know what you're thinking.
Can he go in the batter's box and get him?
He almost did. He almost tapped him on the shoulder.
Blake Dean, 2 out to sacks loaded. The 8th man to hit in this inning. Lefty against lefty, that one missed. This is a huge point in the game. Gibbs, the catcher, at third. LeMahieu down at second base. And Schimpf, who was just nicked by a pitch, the runner at first. Missed again, 2-0.
Now, against a similar pitcher last year, Blake Dean hit a ball at the left field wall off of Cole St. Clair from Rice. And in this kind of situation, he's normally going to hit the ball in the left center field. He does a really good job of keeping his front shoulder in.
Blake Dean 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch to reach base. Boy, that one was way inside. He looked like if he hadn't hit it, it would have hit him.
That one ran in on him. I think he needs to look a little more out over the plate.
Two and one. And that one did hit him. He sold it pretty well too, didn't he?
Well, Austin Wood on his fastball away seems to be pulling it a little bit, and when he tries to make an adjustment, he comes underneath it, and the ball tails in on these left-handed hitters, and caught 2 guys on the jersey, got him right on the back hip, right above the hip and on the jersey.
Well, after that prior swing, I really think Austin Wood thought that's where I really need to go. That's where I really need to go at him.
And all you lip readers can tell he's saying no way. Now the right-hander, a base hit through the hole in the left. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate offline. Sean Ochinko against the lefty comes through with a 2-run single. Well, how about that? You had a walk, hit by pitch, and then a big 2-run single.
Yeah, anytime you get a couple of guys get hit, now you know the pitcher's got to come into the zone. And Sean Ochinko just sitting on a fastball right in the middle of the plate, pulls it into the hole. Big boost for this offense.
I take you back to the leadoff walk man on second, and they were so worried about Jared Mitchell getting the third base that they lost Mikey Matuk, who was going to just give him an out with a bunt. And the game and this inning turned into a crooked number.
9-4 LSU. Soft liner to short. The inning is over, but the damage is done.
wireless, your rules. Only with Xfinity Mobile.
If Raising Cane's secret cane sauce was the end zone, no one would ever lose a game. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Go for the win this game day with Cane's. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of the New Orleans Saints. One love.
Still driving the old model, huh?
I've been looking, but I just need someone to tell me what a good price is.
Just use Auto Trader. It's the only one with Kelley Blue Book. It tells you if the price is good.
Can you do this?
Shoulder to shoulder in this game. We never play alone. We win as one.
Don't be sweating by that blessing, hold up.
PlayStation.
Capital One knows life doesn't update you about your credit card. So meet Eno, the Capital One assistant that looks out for charges that might surprise you and helps you fix them. What's in your wallet?
What an inning. We're here at the College World Series where LSU has regained the lead, and they're up big 9-4 in the sixth. 5 runs with only 2 hits and 3 unearned. Here's why. A pass ball, an error on the pitcher, a wild hit, or a wild pitch. 2 batters were hit. We had a couple of walks and 3 of the runs unearned. And those are the innings that lose you ball games. And Augie Garrido had another team meeting. Aaron Andrews, this one better have been a beauty.
Yeah, well, first of all, Mike, he had to wait until Kevin Keyes was able to get off the field, which took quite some time. He is now in the locker room with the training staff. He had cramped up very, very good. Augie went on to tell his team that, look, we have 4 innings to pull off another dramatic comeback. And just remember how good all those felt when you pulled it off and everybody thought you were going to lose and the team across the way felt like they were the better team. Said just go out there, play the game like you know how. Don't count yourself out just yet.
Motivating college athletes or athletes at any level is a very, very difficult job. But is there anybody better than Augie Garrido finding the right thing to say? They don't always work, but they give his kids a chance. And Paul Maneri is thinking right now, we don't need any meetings. We need about 9 outs.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that Anthony is still on the mound after that long delay and the way he has struggled, and he's at 115 pitches. I thought they'd go right to the bullpen with that 5-run lead.
Well, I think again,
batting here in the bottom of the 6th.
I think again they're going to start counting backwards from right now. You're going to have, Matty Ott's going to have the 9th. Earlier, Louis Coleman was down there, so you're going to start counting backwards of the inning. So you're hoping that he can get through this one.
Renato's pitch count is already at 116. So you have to think this, looking at this inning, as his last.
With Chad Jones down there in the bullpen, the lefty on the left-hand side of the screen, this could be just a 1-batter inning for Renato.
Because you've got 2 lefties coming up with Belton Moldenauer. Low bridge.
Well, again, this is a whole different situation with a 5-run lead. I think if you were, looking at a 2-run lead, it would probably be a little different for Paul Maneri. But right now, he's got a little room to let him breathe a little bit out there.
Golfed to straightaway center, and Mott took it there for the first out of the inning. Check in with Kyle.
Yeah, guys, Earl, you just started to talk about it. I think we'll see Jones right here. Renato out there to get the first hitter, 2 left-handers in a row, so Jones on to get Belton and Moldenauer. And then I think you'll see Louis Coleman. I talked with Paul Maneri before the game. He said, I think we can get probably 2 out of Coleman. Ideally, we want him to bridge the gap to get us to Ott. Ott could go 2 if they need him, but that might be judged just based on how well Coleman's throwing the ball.
Would you see that big exhale from Paul Mainieri? It's starting to sink in. 6th inning for a national championship. He wants this so bad he can taste it. And Les Miles knows that feeling. He knows what a title is all about. We'll check out the new pitcher when we come back. Renato with a standing ovation.
Even if we don't meet in person, Regions is still here for you. We make it easier to bank from almost anywhere with mobile and online banking. Our tools and tech put you in control, so you can deposit checks, pay bills, check balances, and transfer money, no matter where you are. Learn more at regions.com/tools.
A tasty duet of 2 treats in one.
And don't you worry, 'cause we got a ton for you. It's true. Cream soda and Dr. Pepper.
New Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Delicious duet.
Knowledge is gangster.
ESPN is your source.
The games cease, but the business does not.
For the latest news.
He is available and he is free to be signed.
There's confidence that there is going to be baseball.
This is going to be a complicated scenario.
Expert analysis.
This hits home in ways that I'm not sure it has for other sports.
You've got your own story. All of you out there do.
That gives you hope that the games will resume.
And the best storytelling in sports.
It's satisfying as hell.
All week on ESPN.
Is the sun setting on Texas' chances? Maybe. 9-4 LSU over the Longhorns. 6th inning. Pitching change as Chad Jones will come on for LSU in relief of Anthony Renato, who is getting well wishes from his teammates, and he earned them.
119 pitches, and he really did a lot with only one pitch. There was only a couple hitters that he really executed his curveball and could put it in their head. So he battled him and he got him to this point.
And the lefty from Baton Rouge is on to pitch. Chad Jones, another football player.
Young man who lost his starting job in the outfield, and they said, let's take a look at you on the mound. And he turned out to be able to throw it above 90 miles an hour and 4 strikes.
Expected to be the starting free safety this fall for the Tigers football team. Comes in at about 6'3", 240, his football playing weight. Nickname is the Dreadlocks of Doom. Gotta like that.
Well, Paul Mainieri was thinking about asking him to cut them, and the other guys on the team said, no, this is cool. This is intimidating. We need a reliever with this kind of hair. Leave it alone. So they nicknamed the Dreadlocks of Doom. Everybody in the bullpen's got to have a nickname.
Well, I think with his size, I think you could have told Paul Mainieri. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, breaking ball, got him. Well, when you can get it up there at 90 with a fastball, that hook looks pretty good.
Well, this is a solid little slider, too. I mean, he starts this looking like a fastball away, and it just drops right on the corner. It looked like a fastball down the middle, and his head football coach cheering for sliders now.
Moldenauer stands in.
I think Les was cheering harder right there than he was when they were scoring runs.
Saying he has some biased cheering. Football player does it.
Yeah, I think he only cheered on the home run from Mitchell, and then now he gets a strikeout from Jones.
And his friends are texting him or tweeting him and telling him what's going on.
1-1 to Moldenauer. Another fastball. Is this kid impressive against left-handers or what?
I said this the last game he appeared. If anything ever happened to him where he couldn't play defensive back, he's got a future as a left-handed reliever in the big league. 92, low and away, and a breaking ball.
You might want to put a little extra padding underneath that left shoulder. That could come in handy later. And he is a big-time safety. And they have a tradition of guys who will just saddle up and rip from that spot. A ball and 2 strikes to Moldenauer here in the 6th. Struck him out. Moldenauer knew it. He doesn't act like a baseball player. He doesn't react like a baseball player, but he can play baseball.
If Raising Cane's secret cane sauce was the end zone, no one would ever lose a game. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Go for the win this game day with Cane's. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of the New Orleans Saints.
All right, movie time. Chris, can you go get snacks? Sam, turn the heat up. Turn up the heat. Chris, can you go get Dad? Sam, get the lights. Dim lights. Sam, find us a movie.
I'll get it, Mom. Boss baby.
Sam, can you let the dog in, please? Yeah, thank you.
Now you can control your lights, thermostat, and more with your voice. Learn more about home life at cox.com/learn.
Oh, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can tell you.
And Doug.
You know, Limu, after all these years, it's the ones that got away that haunt me the most. Because you're not like everybody else. That's why Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance. So you only pay for what you need.
What?
Oh, I said.
Oh, this is my floor.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You took me in and you wrapped your arms around me for days.
After being a part of millions of love stories, at K, we believe that nothing should get in the way of love. Get 20 to 40% off all engagement, wedding, and anniversary rings. Only at K Jewelers.
LSU with 5 national titles, going for number 6. They're ahead of Texas. The Longhorns have 6. They're 2 of the most storied programs in college baseball. But for head coach Paul Mainieri, this is an opportunity to win his first, and no better way than against one of the legends, Augie Garrido.
If anybody would have asked me before the tournament began, who would you like to meet in the finals, I would have said Texas. Not because I think we have a better chance to beat Texas, but just because of the tradition and the history of Texas Longhorn baseball. And I guess if we're to win our first national championship, speaking of me personally, it's only appropriate that we would have to do it against the winningest coach of all time that's already got 5 national championships in his back pocket. That would certainly make it special if we could pull it off.
There's his wife, Karen. This is the 3rd trip to the College World Series for the Mainieris. Last season with LSU in 2002, they came here with Notre Dame. And the other man in the shot at the beginning there was Dennis Pope of the NCAA, the fine representative who controls this event and does such a great job for us. and the NCAA. Jones, who was very impressive in the last inning, will now get to see Rupp, Keys, and Rowe here in the Texas 7th. Mechanics aren't bad either, are they?
Well, he's pretty solid. It's very, very simple delivery. A little bit of a short arm, but it makes it really hard for you to see the ball. And when it's above 90 miles an hour, that's pretty doggone good.
Jammed him. Popped in the shallow right, and Mitchell comes on to make the catch. Check in with Kyle.
Mike, when David Gruy and Paul Maneri walked back from the bullpen after that last inning, it's almost like they wanted to see if Jones could do more. They said, we're going to leave him in there. We'll see what can happen. Lewis Coleman's going to be ready, but ideally now, if they can get Jones through the 7th, Coleman in the 8th, and Ott through the 9th, that's how it matches up. David Gruy looked at me and started shaking his head. He said, he's the best athlete I've ever seen in my life.
He is something. Kevin Keys, the right fielder, had a home run back in the 5th. Also has a walk tonight. And is hitting .318 with 2 bombs here in Omaha, and has driven in 6 runs for the Longhorns. All tied up on a check swing.
Well, the way he's been cramping up, if he hits a ground ball, he might be sitting in the batter's box, cramped up, and be thrown out by the longest distance ever on a ground out to short. Not sure he's completely there.
A ball and 2 strike to Kevin Keys. 7th inning for Texas. They're down by 5. They have come back time and time again. Do they have another one left? And can they get anything off the sophomore left-hander Chad Jones? That hit him on the back foot. Well, he got cramps, and now he gets drilled. Tough night for that young man.
Well, when it rains, it pours. That's for sure. I don't know if an IV is going to help that, but you might have a heartbeat on your toe. Or at least right on the top of the foot.
And that'll be barking at him. Connor Rowe.
He'll be able to take his pulse off the top of his foot.
Rowe, the outstanding center fielder. And I think Keys is just hoping to be able to go station to station. They're going to come out and take a look at him.
Right now they're asking him, what's worse? You know, your cramps, top of your foot?
Finish it off with a nice paper cut.
Where are we going to start? And squeeze a lemon on it.
Certainly want to be able to keep him in the ball game if you can. He's a talented young man, and it's the 7th. He would have a chance to come up again in the 9th if you can get anything going. And the IV should really take care of the cramps, at least for a little bit.
For a little bit, and he's had a home run in this game, so if they could get some people on in front of him in the 9th, he's got a chance to be one of the guys that hits the long ball.
1-0 to Connor Rowe. Strike on the inside corner, 1-1.
Well, I really like the way Chad Jones is getting that inside part of the plate. It's almost like a little cutter. It's a short arm, but really effective on that inside half.
This one fouled straight back.
And if he can have that one, and then when the lefties come up, he does a thing where he throws his slider and falls away towards the third base side, which is very deceptive to the hitter because all of a sudden you see the ball and the pitcher's already gone, so your rhythm and timing is totally thrown off.
This one's popped up on the infield. Ochenko in fair territory makes the catch. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Texas with a runner aboard. 2 out. Down by 5 as we play for a national championship here at the College World Series. Rosenblatt Stadium, Omaha, Nebraska. Paul Mainieri going for his first national championship. There's Augie Garrido trying to get his 3rd at Texas and his 6th overall. It's up to Kevin Clark, who singled his last time up. In there for a strike. Excuse me, Preston Clark. Hitting .400 here in Omaha. Takes that fastball high.
Chad Jones is showing a little pitchability out there. He's just trying to get the ball over. He's not overthrowing at 92, 93, which is his top end. He's throwing about 86 to 88 miles an hour, just trying to keep the ball down and throw strikes.
He started the first 14 games of this season in the outfield, was hitting .350. Then he went to spring football practice. That was 5 weeks. And when he came back, he no longer had a starting job. He'd missed so many reps. And they thought, well, the kid's such a good athlete. Let's take him down in the bullpen and see if he can do anything. And after about 5 pitches, they said, you come down here, you want to see this.
In his first game, he walked, I think, the first 3 hitters, but then struck out the next 2, and they took him out. But he was given the out sign like he was an outfielder from the pitcher's mound.
3-1. In the air to shallow left. Schimpf is there. Texas is gone in the 7th. And LSU continues to lead by 5 big runs.
Even if we don't meet in person, Regions is still here for you. We make it easier to bank from almost anywhere with mobile and online banking. Our tools and tech put you in control, so you can deposit checks, pay bills, check balances, and transfer money, no matter where you are. Learn more at regions.com/tools.
Everybody's gonna wanna sip. 2 flavors making music on your lips. It's true. It's true. Cream soda and Dr. Pepper.
New Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Delicious to add.
Support your favorite college at Fanatics.com, the largest assortment of officially licensed fan gear from more than 500 colleges. Every conference, every team. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
I sent your new prescription to the pharmacy. Any idea how much it will cost? You have a choice. Insurance or GoodRx? I have insurance. Insurance is not what it used to be. People struggle to get their prescriptions covered, and prices keep rising. I recommend GoodRx. You get free coupons to save on your prescriptions. Compare prices to find the best discounts.
GoodRx. Smart.
Stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the NCAA College World Series presented on ESPN by Capital One. What a ball game, what a series. As LSU has taken a 5-run lead over Texas, the Tigers will bat in the 8th, trying to add to that lead. Nola, the shortstop who hits number 9, steps in to face Austin Wood. Texas just hoping against hope that they can hold LSU for the next 2 innings and then stage another one of those comebacks and pull it out of the fire.
Well, LSU only lost 2 games in a row once this year. And that was the stimulus that brought some major changes that got Austin Nola into the lineup.
Fair ball. Nola on his way to second.
Austin Nola was a top recruit and was a freshman sitting and watching. But Paul Mainieri thought the defense wasn't good enough. He needed to make a shift and get him into the game at shortstop. And so after being beat by Tennessee 2 games, Nola came in from the bench to shortstop. LeMahieu went to second. Chimp went to left. And Landry went to the bench. And they have been outstanding. And Mainieri made those changes because he thought the defense needed to improve to win a national title.
Keys didn't look like he was moving all that well as he chased that ball down the right field line. The young man who had had cramps before had to have an IV and then was hit on the foot by a pitch. LeMahieu with nobody on, a runner at second. Takes it outside.
Those strides were a little on the short side.
Looked like it.
Yeah.
LeMahieu trying to go to the right side. Fouls this one out of play.
Well, getting back to the Austin Nola story, when he was inserted in the lineup, Leon Landry was the odd guy out, but you know, looking towards next year for LSU, he was a starter last year. I mean, talking to Paul Mainieri, he's going to be doing some big things next year. It's not his last time being in the outfield in the starting lineup.
And we saw him make a brilliant catch last night that saved at least a 2-base hit down the left field line, diving across that line onto the track.
Now you're probably going to have Jared Mitchell, you know, signing a professional contract with the White Sox. There's going to be some open spots.
Back up the middle, off of Wood. Boy, he took it right on the leg. Runners at first and third. Now they'll check on Austin Wood. Fifth round draft choice of the Tigers.
Yeah, he's a tough young man. He's not going to want to come out. We know about the 13 innings that he pitched this year, 169 pitches. And he wants to be in there. And I know this ball didn't pass the base in fair territory, but remember it touched a fielder before it went foul there. So that's a fair ball now.
More than touched.
Yeah.
Looked like it caught him right on the left knee. This could take a while just for that to loosen up. And they're going to take Wood out of there and bring on Shinaberry. And Austin Wood should get a nice round of applause, and you can tell he is still limping on that left leg. Got a timeout here in the 8th.
Still driving the old model, huh?
I've been looking, but I just need someone to tell me what a good price is.
Just use Auto Trader. It's the only one with Kelley Blue Book. It tells you if the price is good.
Capital One knows life doesn't update you about your credit card. So meet Eno, the Capital One assistant that looks out for charges that might surprise you and helps you fix them. What's in your wallet?
All right, movie time. Chris, can you go get snacks? Sam, turn the heat up. Turn up the heat. Chris, can you go get Dad? Sam, get the lights. Dim lights. Sam, find us a movie.
I'll get it, Mom. Boss baby.
Sam, can you let the dog in, please? Yeah, thank you.
Now you can control your lights, thermostat, and more with your voice. Learn more about home life at cox.com/learn.
Connor wants to name his kids after B-Dub sauces. Hope you want a whole litter, because we've got 26 sauces and seasonings. So gas up the minivan, because Mango Habanero has a dentist appointment, and Honey Barbecue is late for ballet. Buffalo Wild Wings, now with free delivery.
Everybody has a place to go. Everybody wants a place to be. When birds fly, they're swimming in the sky, while fish are swimming in the sea.
LSU inching ever closer to winning the College World Series. They're ahead of Texas 9-4. Top of the 8th. They're trying to add to it. And the new pitcher appearing in his 13th game this year is Keith Shinneberry.
Very much of a student athlete. Actually has graduated, and a great teammate and leader and hard worker on this staff. He's a left-handed specialist. Drops down from about 2 or 3 different arm angles.
One of these guys you've got to call a crafty left-hander because the fastball is only around 78, 79 miles an hour. You better be crafty. Ryan Schimpf off the fist, and that's foul.
Well, you see that 79 miles an hour, and that's probably why that arm angle's down there, too. Give you a different look.
One of the last things you do to hang on to your baseball career if you're a pitcher is to go submarine or sidearm.
LSU has had a big night with runners in scoring position.
Submarine.
6 for 9 with 9 RBIs.
Submarine before knuckleball?
Yeah, knuckleball's so hard to throw down a hill. It's easy to throw on flat ground.
Popped up. Torres gives chase. It's out of play.
The reason Mike Robin brings that up is because all fielders, position players, think they can pitch a little bit, and one of the things that they think that'll bring them up to the mound is their knuckleball, and they all try it and work on it.
By the way, Oral, I have a 0.00 earned run average in the big leagues.
Oh no.
Yes.
How many innings pitched?
1.
Did you throw a knuckleball?
No, but I was throwing about 72. I was topping out. I went for the old throw it below hitting speed. I thought of the worst BP thrower I've ever faced, and I tried to mimic it.
That's what you did.
And it worked.
Well, you said every hitter thinks he can pitch. Every pitcher thinks he can hit.
Well, some of us can. I hit 356 one year.
How many at bats?
There we go. I knew that question was coming.
Every pitcher thinks they can play the infield. If you watch, you guys are always cruising around the infield.
The manager's always like, get back in the outfield.
Yeah, they all think they can
hurt.
hit and take ground and be an infielder.
No, we do. We can and we do, and
we can hit too. Don't hit anymore.
The grass is always greener. Shinneberry thought he had him, but it's 2-2 to Schimpf. LSU trying to add an insurance run or 2 here in the 8th. Grounded foul again. There are those numbers again, 6 out of 9 with runners in scoring position and 9 runs delivered. First 2 games really struggled in that department. 2-2. Missed high.
They had only lost 2 in a row once this year. They'd only gotten 1 run 3 times this year in a game. Statistically, they look like they might finish this one off.
Well, they've already gotten rid of the closer, Austin Wood, with a shot back through the box that caught him in the left leg. Straightaway center field, plenty deep to get a run home. Connereau will make the catch, and Austin Nola scores easily from third, and Texas into double digits.
Well, the other 3 times they only scored 1 run in a game. They came back with 22, 18, and 9, and now they come back with 10. Taylor Youngman for Texas did a great job last night, but today the LSU Bats have reawakened.
LeMahieu stays at first. LSU now leads Texas 10-4 here in the 8th inning. Fastball in there for a called strike to Blake Dean. 0 for 2 tonight, 6 for 21 in Omaha.
Texas looking for a double play right here, get in the dugout and save any kind of hope that they have of coming back from this 6-run deficit.
Well, they were down big against Arizona State and found a way. You're going to have to locate another miracle in this one. Two and 2 to Dean, and again, Rupp getting a little frustrated. He's framed several and not gotten the call. Down to first, could be 2. Pitcher has to cover, does a nice job getting it over there. A 3-6-1 double play. But LSU adds a run. The Tigers up by 6 as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
The NCAA College World Series is presented on ESPN by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Welcome in. It is SEC for now, homebound edition.
I've been caught in the pantry again.
Peter Burns hanging out with my dog here in the home office.
It's time for a little quarantine talk. Nikki McCray-Penson, the newest head coach at Mississippi State.
I feel you, girl.
Your favorite Saturday selection was?
Albert Okwebunam.
Let's go!
Broncos.
Are you stuck with a low credit score, causing you to be denied credit? Then do what Terrence did, and all it takes is one call to get started.
My score wasn't where I needed it to be. I called and spoke with one of the representatives, and we just had a good conversation, and I liked what he was saying.
Don't let a low credit score hold you back.
I'm seeing the deletions, and I'm getting the reports, so I know something's being done.
And make the call for your free credit evaluation.
Call 1-800-835-0575. That's 1-800-835-0575.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months? Airlines are under tremendous pressure and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So phone low cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again.
The NCAA College World Series is presented on ESPN by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
LSU 10, Texas 4, bottom of the 8th for the national championship. And here's Lewis Coleman, 14-2 on the year, coming in to pitch the 8th, Oral.
Well, 2009, this year, SEC Pitcher of the Year, All-American, a senior that decided to come back to LSU after a disappointing finish last year, and Paul Mainieri said was the key integral part that put them over the top to make this team a championship team.
And I think we had a timeout because there's a beach ball again on the field, so no pitch. Well, the security guys get their workout, don't they?
They even went and shagged beach balls when they were coming on the field during the hour-and-a-half rain delay yesterday. And the fans were swatting them down there on purpose, so the kids had to run out there in the rain.
And that's the left knee of Austin Wood, who took one right there. Got the ice on it to prevent swelling. Brandon Lloyd will lead it off in the 8th. Texas down to its last 6 outs, and they need 6 runs. High fastball fouled away.
I think one of the great things that Paul Mainieri's doing right here is Lewis Coleman. Not only is he the SEC Pitcher of the Year and great pitcher, but he's a senior, and he's in this game in the 8th inning, helping them win a national championship.
I agree with you. I like that a lot,
especially the way the last game he gave up. Last game he pitched in, he gave up a lot of solo home runs. They come back and win the game, but end it on a positive note. Your last game of your career at LSU, and he's letting them in there for the national championship game. I think that's just great.
This is the second time that he's gotten an honor like this. Paul Mainieri started him in the first game at new Alex Box Stadium.
I mean, these are really important things. To those kids individually, it's important to their teammates. And it's the kind of thing that makes you want to say, really like to play for that guy. That's cool what he did.
Oh, absolutely. You get guys that look at this, or people even watching, it's more than just the players you put out there, they perform. I'm sure to a lot of these kids, he's a father figure of sorts, and he's a teacher. I mean, we heard him talk about his dad and his mom were teachers, and he still feels like he's a teacher. And, he cares about the kids, not only about the baseball part.
Torres, 1-1, fouled at the plate.
And I'm sure for Paul Mainieri, he's starting to count the outs. Right now it's hard to hold your excitement. You got a 6-run lead, and you got your best pitchers coming in to close it out.
He's had so much success. He brought a northern school, Notre Dame, to the College World Series, and was offered the head job at LSU. Took it. He has rebuilt this program, brought them here, much to the delight of his wife and family. And now the only vacant spot on that resume, a national championship, is 5 outs away. But Michael Torres and the Longhorns are going to delay it as long as possible and trying to get a chance to reverse it. And Torres with a double to right center.
Paul Mainieri grew up in a coaching family, and the pitching decision today came all the way back from 1971 when his dad was coaching for the junior college championship of the nation, and his dad started his ace on 3 days rest, and he got beat 2-1, which probably would have happened if Redondo pitched yesterday because Taylor Youngman pitched so well and only gave up 1. So he held back his ace, and it worked. Growing up with Dad, talking about around the dinner table, remembering memories of watching his dad coach.
And that was at Miami-Dade, one of the great junior college programs ever. Travis Tucker with the double tonight. Great stop by Helene. He comes up and throws him out. Boy, this kid has flashed leather the entire series.
Well, he's made some unbelievable plays, but this one, he dives backwards. He's going towards the shortstop and still has the ability to get up and get a strong throw off to first base. It was just an extremely difficult play for a third baseman to dive towards the outfield and get up and still have enough on it and the quickness to get the runner at first base. Unbelievable.
Pretty good arm, huh?
Absolutely.
Brandon Belt now with 2 out in the 8th. Checks his swing on a low fastball. Torres had to stay at second base. Strike at the knees. 2-1. Of course, Belt is up there looking for any way to get on. He'd be happy with a walk. They just need base runners.
Well, this relief appearance for Coleman is not something awkward for him, even though he was a starter all year. He was supposed to be their closer. The freshman Matty Ott, who we'll probably see in the 9th.
Fastball hit hard, but speared by Ochinko at first base.
Even if we don't meet in person, Regions is still here for you. We make it easier to bank from almost anywhere with mobile and online banking. Our tools and tech put you in control, so you can deposit checks, pay bills, check balances, and transfer money, no matter where you are. Learn more at regions.com/tools.
I'm Doug Hirsch. You may already know that GoodRx can help you save up to 80% on your prescriptions. Unfortunately, many Americans can't get to a doctor right now. The good news is that for many health issues, you can see a doctor online. It's easy. Just go to GoodRx.com, and with a few clicks, you'll be treated by a licensed medical professional, all from the comfort of your own home. Visits are confidential and affordable. Need a prescription? Your doctor can send it to your pharmacy or have it mailed to you. Get the healthcare you deserve at GoodRx.com.
Introducing a new podcast, ESPN Daily, hosted by me, Mina Kimes. When you want to go beyond your feed, when you want to get inside the score, when you want to get behind the highlight, there's ESPN Daily. Go deeper into the stories of the moment. Get the exclusive access and insider perspective that only ESPN can give you. The best sports story all day, 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week. ESPN Daily. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Anyway, that's the control room. A lot of chaos there, but it all looks good when it comes out on the show, actually, thanks to those people. Then over here in the digital center is our highlight screening area. So that's where we get all the games that are played that night, down in a 90-second or 2-minute clips or whatever you're going to see on SportsCenter every night. This hallway, it runs between, both rooms. If you want to get from the control room to the screening, then this is the hallway you'd take. Questions or anything? I can answer whatever you want about the place. Nothing?
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the NCAA College World Series, presented on ESPN by Capital One. LSU 10, Texas 4 as we enter the 9th inning. Cubs shortstop Ryan Theriot was a key member of LSU's 2000 national championship team. Not surprisingly, his fondest memory is scoring the winning run. Kids who want to play baseball grow up watching this event. They watch what other players do, whether they're being successful or failing, and they want to emulate them.
Oh, absolutely. And again, ESPN does a great job of just the pictures and the emotions of these games comes through.
Ochinko to lead it off in the 9th against Shinneberry. And Ochinko, our Capital One player of the game. 2 runs driven in, 3 for 4, scored a run.
and was inserted in the lineup in a little shift by Paul Maneri to protect Blake Dean, and has come up big for the LSU Tigers.
And Paul Maneri certainly pressed the right buttons tonight, didn't he? That thing is crushed, but it's hooking. And it is a home run just inside the pole. There was never a question of whether it would get out, but whether it would stay fair. Maybe he didn't know he was already the player of the game.
Well, they just wanted to cap this off with a little gorilla ball at the end. Let make sure everybody knows this is a fastball right down the middle.
Into the night. And it hooks around the pole. Boy, what a blast.
It might be in a bowl of gumbo down the hill.
And now Mitchell against the left-hander Shinneberry, who was touched for only his third home run this year. Right back to the mound. And Shinneberry with the underhand toss. One gone. 7 unanswered runs after Texas tied it at 4. Our Pontiac game-changing performance. Mikey Matuk into right center field in an inning that had a walk, a couple of hit batters, an error, a pass ball. That was the big hit that gave LSU the lead. And they're going to get a right-hander come in to pitch to Matuk. Chance Ruffin will have his opportunity here in the ninth. We'll check him out when we come back.
If Raising Cane's secret cane sauce was the end zone, no one would ever lose a game. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Go for the win this game day with Cane's. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of the New Orleans Saints.
All right, movie time. Chris, can you go get snacks? Sam, turn the heat up. Turn up the heat. Chris, can you go get Dad? Sam, get the lights. Dim lights. Sam, find us a movie.
I'll get it, Mom. Boss baby.
Sam, can you let the dog in, please? Yeah, thank you.
Now you can control your lights, thermostat, and more with your voice. Learn more about home life at cox.com/learn.
When you need your bank, Capital One's top-rated app is right here. So you can check your balance, deposit checks, pay bills, or transfer money. When you don't need your bank, put it here. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Oh, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can tell you.
Every morning at 4:30, you hear the cooks hop on the floor. It's hard times in the mill, my love. Hard times in the mill. Every morning right at 6, don't that old bell make you sick? Hard times in the mill, my love. Hard times.
Stadium. It's out of here.
Fresno State is Cinderella in cleats. This is the lowest seeded team to make the national championship ever.
And as he charged up in this final game,
ball hit to deep right, and it's gone. Hit to deep left. A 3-run shot from Detweiler. He does it again. Cinderella wins the national championship. That was certainly one for the ages, the most improbable champion we probably ever had out here, because they barely got into the tournament to start with, and they just wouldn't give up. That was fun.
Tommy Mendonza was their third baseman. He played an outstanding third base. Detweiler in right field barely had cartilage in his thumb and was hitting for power.
Yep, and running into walls, and the only thing he'd hit was his thumb. What a tough kid. Chance Ruffin will come on with a chance to get at least one out here in the ninth, and this is another tip of the cap by Augie Garrido to a veteran. Pop foul back over the roof. 2-2 to Matuk. Rolled over on one down to third base, and Torres will throw him out. Once again, the number one overall seed looks like it's on its way down. And there has been a big disparity in the seeds and the polls ever since they started seeding teams in this double bracket event. And you just wonder who's right.
It gets harder and harder when you have fewer and fewer scholarships. The parity is out there. And so the people that, are the top teams by record, not always going to come out. But very good balance.
Yeah, I think the parity has, really improved. Also, you get schools that build nice new stadiums and facilities, and everything's getting better in college baseball. Those teams are getting better also.
Ball and a strike, took something off there. 1-2 to Micah Gibbs.
The top programs, as they're going through the recruiting, they have the battle of recruiting the best players, being able to find a scholarship for them, and then hoping they don't turn pro. They always have that balance of how many did they lose, how many did they get. And so depending on your situation, depends on what kind of problem or good situation you have.
Ball is lined to right. It'll be a base hit for Gibbs. And it's probably the hardest coaching position in all of collegiate athletics, to be able to divvy up only 11.7 scholarships and make it work with all the players you have on the roster. You'd like to see a more even footing for baseball and get more financial support.
Those coaches, they would love to have more money to give to kids, to have them come to school, to bring them to their great facilities. LSU's got a new ballpark. Texas has a beautiful ballpark.
And there are a lot of programs producing revenue now. I mean, they could certainly be self-sustaining.
LSU averaged 9,600 fans a game.
Isn't that crazy?
400,000 people.
Derek Helenihi with 2 out and a runner at first. Fouls this one back, and it's 0-2 to Helenihi.
What a recruiting tool. It takes a young man, high school senior or junior, to LSU home game and say, we want you to come play here in front of this crowd, this brand new stadium.
Absolutely.
If you're good enough, you want to go to someplace like that.
Swing and a miss. Helenihi, who has been brilliant defensively, goes down swinging. We will go to the bottom of the ninth. The LSU Tigers, 3 outs away from claiming that championship trophy here in Omaha, Nebraska. Will they do it, or does Texas have something left?
Even if we don't meet in person, Regions is still here for you. We make it easier to bank from almost anywhere with mobile and online banking. Our tools and tech put you in control, so you can deposit checks, pay bills, check balances, and transfer money, no matter where you are. Learn more at regions.com/tools.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda's here.
A new combo that's music to my ears, okay.
Let's play. Cream soda and Dr. Pepper.
New Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Delicious duet.
SEC fans, gear up and support your favorite SEC school at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed SEC fan gear anywhere. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
ESPN is your source.
The games cease, but the business does not.
For the latest news.
He's available and he is free to be signed.
There's confidence that there is going to be baseball.
This is going to be a complicated scenario.
Expert analysis.
This hits home in ways that I'm not sure it has for other sports.
You've got your own story. All of you out there do. That gives you hope that the games will resume.
And the best storytelling in sports.
It's satisfying as hell.
All week on ESPN.
Welcome in. It is SEC for Now, homebound edition.
I've been caught in the pantry again.
Peter Burns hanging out with my dog here in the home office.
It's time for a little quarantine talk.
Nikki McRae-Penson, the newest head coach at Mississippi State.
I feel you, girl.
Your favorite Saturday selection was?
Albert Okwebunam.
Let's go!
Broncos.
LSU players greeting their teammates as they come to the dugout. Only one more piece of business, and that is to get Texas out here in the bottom of the ninth. The Longhorns with 3 outs left. They need 6 runs to tie. These are two of the most storied programs of all time in baseball. Texas with 6 national championships. LSU with 5. The Tigers within 3 outs of tying for second place with a half dozen. They haven't won it since 2000. Some defensive replacements as Skip Bertman looks on, and Coleman will stay on for his second inning of work. Nick Potiff goes in right field. Chris McGee is your new second baseman, and Buzzy Heidel is in at first. Moldenauer, the great hitting story of the Texas Longhorns, will lead it off here in the ninth. He singled his first time up. He's 1 for 4 on the evening. It's a long hill to climb.
Especially against Lewis Coleman. He's a guy that likes to pound the strike zone. He gets in more trouble because he throws too many strikes. And in this situation, you can't throw too many strikes.
Coleman misses again. 3-0 to Moldenauer. Paul Mainieri would not be pleased with a walk. Boy, Micah Gibbs' head snapped back that time, not getting that call.
Come on, Terry. Doing a great job now. Let's go.
Paul's better half, Karen. When you're a couple and you're involved in this game, how long do you dream about a national championship? And now it's just sitting out there waiting for you. Kyle Lusson is on as a pinch runner for Moldenauer. And now Rupp. It's a called strike. Rupp 1 for 3 tonight, hitting .350 in Omaha. Breaking pitch misses. Lewis Coleman trying to get it done in the ninth. The senior from Slaughter, Mississippi. As that one fouled off the fists and out of play. 1 and 2.
Well, he looks like he's got his competitive edge back. He's found the strike zone. The guys on the bench are starting to relax, waiting for the crown. But Lewis Coleman has to keep his game face on the mound.
Fastball called strike 3. Cameron Rupp is gone, the first out of the inning.
The Texas team has nothing to hang their head about. There can only be one champion, but they have battled and battled, and they have been counted out multiple times. This is LSU's first elimination game. They were on a 14-game winning streak going into last night. They have never faced an elimination game through the whole tournament. Texas had fended a few off.
And Texas was so impressive last night. They had to be so disappointed with that opening game loss. This is Kevin Keys. They hit all those solo home runs, showed tremendous power that they had not shown all year long, and still lost the opening game, but they battled back to win last night. One out, one on. 7 runs down, and Keys comes up limping after that swing. What a tough night. Hit on the foot, cramps bad enough so that he had to have an IV. Tough to limp on both legs.
Well, I'm sure he could pick a lot of places that hurt. Not just his feet, but, you know, I'm sure in his legs anywhere.
1 and 2 to Keys. Fastball. Called strike 3. Connor Rowe, the last chance for Texas. LSU 1 out away from a national title for Paul Mainieri. Already overwhelmed. They're on their feet at Rosenblatt. LSU wins it. Texas was so good. They fought so hard and played such incredible baseball. But LSU was better, and they win the national championship. Congratulations to the Tigers. 6 for LSU is a program that is #1 for Paul Mainieri. And he's got to be the happiest coach in the world right now. Paul Mainieri's dad, who taught him baseball, showed him how it was done at Miami-Dade Junior College. What a moment for them. And Augie Garrido, who has 5 in his pocket, came oh so close, but he'll be back. Let's get down to Kyle. He has Paul Mainieri with him.
Paul Mainieri, just a neat moment there with your father, Demi. I know you grew up the son of a college coach. You told me that a lot of kids dream of being a major league player. You dreamed of being a college coach. Now you won your first national title. How's it feel?
I'm so filled with so many different emotions right now, but all I could think about during the 9th inning was my father. I'm just so happy that he could be here to share it with us. But I'll tell you, I'm so proud to be the coach at LSU and to represent that great state and all the great people in that state and a wonderful university. And all I can think about besides that are these wonderful kids that I have the opportunity to coach. I've had wonderful kids everywhere I've been, St. Thomas, Air Force, at Notre Dame, and now at LSU, and they all feel a part of this with me. But I'm so happy for these kids. They've done everything you ever ask them to do. And they're just a great group, and they deserve it.
You made a move about 40 games into this season. You put a freshman at shortstop, changed some things around. Since then, you guys have played great baseball. What was the key from that point forward?
Kyle, they just played great. They played great defense. Our pitching's been solid all year. And when we got to the end of the season, everybody was just so determined that they were going to get it done. And our hitting was outstanding. And you know, it's just been a coach's dream to have a wonderful group of kids like this, and I'm so proud of them and so happy for them.
Well, Paul, congratulations.
Thank you, Kyle.
What an outstanding evening for that family. This is something they will remember for the rest of their lives, and it was great that Paul's dad could be here to share it with them. Let's go down to Aaron.
Mike, thanks so much. I'm here right now with Mikey Motuk, who just said, I didn't do that great in the finals. I struck out 6 times. But, oh, by the way, tonight you had the go-ahead RBI double. Great emotion from you when you were on second base. Tell us what you were thinking.
You know, I didn't have too great of a bats my first 3. And he threw me a fastball, and I got in the gap. And I was just, like they said earlier, I played the football mentality and just showed my emotion on second base.
You grew up a kid that always wanted to play at LSU. What is this moment like now that you won a national championship for the school?
This is a dream come true. Like you said, I dreamed about being here, and we finally won it, and I'm part of tradition, and this is amazing.
And speaking of tradition, you've been very open about your father who played football for LSU. You lost him at a very young age. What does it mean to win a national championship for the school he played for?
It's unbelievable. I can't even tell you how I feel right now. You know, he's been with me the whole time, and without him, I couldn't have done it.
Congratulations. Go celebrate with your teammates. Mike, back up to you.
Aaron, thank you so much. And we're going to go back down to the field on the other side to Kyle Peterson with our Capital One Tournament Most Outstanding Player, and it's Jared Mitchell.
Jared Mitchell, quite a night for you. You guys start this game. You get moved up in the lineup a little bit. Hitting 5th tonight for this LSU team. 3-run home run in the first inning. Talk me through that at bat.
You know, I was looking for something. I knew he was going to,
come back. He might have showed a fastball early, but really he was going to rely on his off-speed pitch. I got to a 2-0 count, and, he left the changeup over the plate. I let it go. I figured I probably wouldn't get another pitch like that in that bat. And, I got to 2 strikes, and he threw the same pitch again and made a mistake, and I got the bat head out on it.
You've done something not a lot of people have done. You win a BCS championship a couple years ago on the football team, now a national championship on baseball. What's that feel like to win 2 different national titles?
There's so many words that can describe it that I can't even process right now. I mean, it's an unbelievable feeling, man. And, I've been blessed to have, be at a school like this and have a career like I've had.
What was the key to your run here in the last month or two?
Everybody pulling together, everybody playing with that sense of urgency. Everybody really put it together, and really we started playing our best ball towards the end of the year.
Jared, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Mike.
All right, thanks, Kyle. It's got to be a bittersweet finish for Augie because he brought another team to Omaha, had another shot at a championship, falls 1 game short. Aaron?
Mike, thanks so much. Augie, top of the 6th is where it got away from your guys. Yeah. What happened?
Well, I think, we got the 2 outs, and we were in pretty good shape, and the wheels just kind of fell off the car. We walked people, hit people, and they kept their rally going, capitalized on our mistakes, and then they added to it great determination, willpower. They played the best game. They deserved to win tonight. It was a great series, and I think our kids fought hard. And once they smelled the blood in the water, they did what they really should do and put us away.
You've been such a master motivator throughout this entire College World Series. What was your message to your guys?
Well, I don't know yet. I'm going to have to think about this a little bit. Sometimes I know that the teams that I've coached that have finished second in this tournament, the players on that team walk away with a different feeling of self, and they never want to finish second again in their life. And they've become very successful in their lives.
Augie, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Mike.
Very graciously said by Augie Garrido. When we talked to him this morning, he was so praiseworthy of LSU's team and Paul Maneri and how well they had done, how much ability they had, and certainly they showed it. But we talk about 4 coaches being able to bring teams to this event, but Augie Garrido has not only brought 2 different schools, he's won 5 championships with those 2 different schools. Final out of the game. That will be burned into the collective memory of every LSU fan. This has been a presentation of ESPN.